Hello, this is Katie from Crafting Ruby Dreams, and welcome to my channel. I realize it's been a while since I've gone live. Not expecting anybody to be on at this point in time, but I wanted to send a quick message. It is almost 10 p.m. my time. I am currently at my parents' in a different time zone than I'm usually in. So I am just kind of like absorbing stuff because it's been an interesting week and a half here at my parents'. I did work on my goals, Moxie Life, in both focusing on my writing goals and my whole life goals. I am still working out how I want to be working with HB90 for the coming quarter, as I had some revelations as I was talking with friends last week, writer friends. And I think HB90, as it is right now, the prep work I love. And I think it's really wonderful. I don't know that my brain works well with the quarter system, actually. I seem to be very focused on projects, is what I've noticed the last couple of years. And so it just might be the way that my brain is currently operating and the stage that I'm at with the fact that I work a full-time job. And so that takes up so much mental space for me. And so when I am working on a writing project, for me, the project is the kind of like term period, let's say. And I take term period from something one of my friends had said during our goals, 2024 goals discussion, and how she's looking at operating through 2024. So, yeah, I'm a little iffy right now as to how I want to approach the actual implementation of HB90. But like I said, I really, really love the prep work in terms of like figuring out what it is that I kind of want to be working on, what I think I should be working on, and other like kind of like pie in the sky if I had the time stuff. As one of my other friends said, the parking lot of ideas. That is honestly my favorite exercise for HB90. But yeah, so still kind of like working that out in my head. But I got all of my goals uh, sorted out to a degree for Moxie Life prep work. And the next stage, actually, after I get back to DC, is to work on kind of like how I want to distill those annual goals for Moxie Life into quarter goals, because I think in that respect, it helps me kind of like break down the various steps, not just into monthly goals, even though I will eventually go down to monthly goals. I think I need an intermediate stage to work at in terms of figuring out how to break them down in a way that's manageable for me. So I think that will be probably not tomorrow, as I'm flying in the afternoon. And so that's not going to leave me much energy once I get home. But probably at some point this week, I'll be working on how to break down my quarterly goals and then the monthly goals excuse me, for HB90. I'm sorry, for Moxie Life. You may be able to tell from my voice. I not only do I have my AirPods in, but I have been fighting off a cold since Thursday, and I am much better. But today I have been intermittently losing my voice, so that has made things fun, let alone just having a cold. And I keep checking various things. I don't have any tests with me to rule out the big C, um, or the intermediate C, let's say, since big C is a whole other thing. Anyway, um, but the intermediate C, as opposed to cold or the big C. Um, but I still have my sense of smell, still have my sense of taste, and I'm not running a fever, and it just seems to be all up in here. So fun times, especially as we had to travel for the funeral services of the relative of a family member this past weekend. So it's been a lot the last few days. I will say that, but I am actually really excited to be going into 2024 and the momentum I am feeling at this point compared to how I was feeling exactly 1 year ago after having just lost a relative myself. So, yeah, there's been a lot of work to get to this point, and I'm very proud of how I've done in 2023. I make no promises about my frequency of coming back because I cannot trust myself at this point. And I hate to say that because I want you to trust me, but I can confidently say that when I do show up, I will do my absolute best to bring value, interest, and fun when I am here. So when you do see me, I hope you get all of those things from me as I am able to provide them. And if I'm not showing up, I don't feel like I can provide them for whatever reason. But I'm very excited about going into 2024 and the possibilities that are before me, um, especially after this past year. And both all of the, excuse me, I'm so sorry, this cold is just, it's been a bear. I hope that you are able to stay healthy this winter if you're in the northern hemisphere. Um, it, it's just, this cold alone is not fun, so I don't need anything else, and I'm doing my best to stay otherwise healthy. But anyway, getting back on track. Um, I am excited about 2024. 2023, I was very, very excited about at the beginning of December of 2022, and it turned out to be not so fun and then kept going off the rails. Yeah, and I have put a lot of work the latter half of this year into getting myself back onto a reasonable set of rails. Let's say not the same rails necessarily, but a reasonable set of rails. And I am very, very pleased with the work I've done and the progress that I've made, and hope to continue that progress into 2024. And yeah, so I'm really, really excited for the year ahead, and I am really pleased. I would like to go more into some of what has been happening the last couple of months with regards to the goals and the financial stuff work that I've been doing since I've been. One of my goals for this channel is to talk about getting my finances in order, and I feel like I am finally doing that 3.5 years into having this channel. So I can't remember when I last talked about finances on the channel, but a very quick update is that back in August, September, August, I began working with my financial planner, who happens to be a cousin, and we have put together a plan to help me pay down the debt. And I have been very, very intentional about my spending the last few months, and I get better every month. I really, I do feel like I'm making slow improvements every month, and I'm still trying to find the best. I should, I say best because I'm always on the search for best, no matter what. But at the very least, a workable way of understanding the flow of my money in a way that makes sense in my head. And I think I've made significant strides in the last 2 months, honestly, with that. So I'm very, very pleased and comfortable with what my current setup is for understanding how my finances flow. Um, I don't know that I would recommend what I'm doing to anyone else because I don't know that it would make sense for anybody else's mind, but it makes sense for my mind, and that's the important thing. I do have the Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck workbooks, a product that she had a number of years ago, a couple of years ago, where it's just the workbook, it's not the big planner. So I never, I went through those trying to see. I thought I had like opened it. I may have like done the initial overview workbook. I think I put some stuff in there, but otherwise I never used any of it. So I'm planning on using it this this year and to see if that helps with what I have already set up for myself. But there are a couple of things that I have done um, to help me with this. Again, to have a visualization and understanding of my finances are I have set up a Google Doc, which is both kind of like an overview of when all of my bills are due, both on a monthly basis, those that are due monthly, and then those are the recurring bills that are due annually, such as like some of my streaming services. I have an annual plan so that I know what to expect as they are coming due. And then I that's in a Google spreadsheet. And then on the another tab within that spreadsheet, I also have basically a bill tracker so that I know exactly how much money is budgeted for that month against what my income is from just the day job. That's all I'm counting on the spreadsheet because that is the income that I know I will be getting in, and that is the income that I'm attempting to live off of solely for the next year. But this time next year, hopefully by December 1st, one of my big goals that I set for myself in Moxie Life is to have this one loan completely paid off through the generosity of some family members. About a month ago, I was able to pay off my smallest loan, which has allowed me to toss basically an extra payment a month towards this other loan, which gets taken out of my account on a biweekly basis as soon as my paycheck hits. So, in addition to every paycheck, I can make at least one extra payment, a little bit more than that, towards this loan. So yeah, so I'm really happy that I'm really hoping I should be able to have that all paid off by December 1st of 2024. And then I can start planning vacations for myself for 2025. I have a lot of hopes. I have a family member who is in the training process to become a travel agent. Technically, she is a travel agent at this point and can do some like kind of like entry level brand new travel agent things like book some certain things and then she earns a commission off of those bookings like hotel rooms and some basic trips. But she is in the process of really learning the ins and outs of being a travel agent, and I'm so excited for her. And I am excited to be able to start making use of her services. So that is my hope for the end of 2024 is to be able to seriously start planning um, a big vacation for myself in 2025. So, really excited. But yeah, so 2024, I am really, really hoping because I need to cut this with the cold soon. I apologize. Um, I think I will be getting more in depth in with some of my goals in later lives, especially now that I know I can do it on my camera, which makes things so much easier, frankly, for me. Um, but yeah, the big areas of my life, according Moxie Life areas of life, I've just been talking about the financial uh, goals, or at least one of them, the big one, frankly. The other area of life I'm going to be focusing on is the physical environment as I want to make some very, very significant progress of decluttering my apartment. and getting rid of a lot of stuff that I just do not have space for. So, those are two of my big goals for 2024. And I wish you and your loved ones all the health, happiness, joy, and wonderful, wonderful things to come your way in 2024. And I wish you the safest of New Year's if you are celebrating. Or if it's soon to start, or if it's already New Year's Day where you are at. I hope you had a very enjoyable New Year's Eve, ringing in the new year, and the hangover, if you choose to imbibe, is not too bad. So, have a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another year of crafting Ruby Dreams, and may all your dreams be Ruby Dreams. Take care. Happy New Year. Enjoy yourselves.